Hello everyone and welcome back to another exciting episode of Boyographic, the show in which I, Matt the Gameboy, take you through the highs and lows of the Game Boy library, one cart at a time. This week we're looking at a bit of a cult classic for the Apple II. It's Crystal Quest. Crystal Quest is a game that, despite a relatively recent Xbox Live Arcade release, most gamers don't know about it. And to be honest, I can raise my hand to be counted among them, as before this game landed in my library purely by accident, I had no idea what it was. But I'm glad it did, as Crystal Quest is, despite being a somewhat flawed game, clearly inspiration for a few more modern titles that you will know. So, Crystal Quest was originally developed as a sequel to a shareware game called Crystal Raider, and was originally developed for the Macintosh back in 1987. The original version was written by Patrick Buckland, who would later cause a little bit of controversy with a brilliantly gory Carmageddon. In 1989, the port of this game to the Apple IIGS by Rebecca Heinemann, however, has the crowning achievement of the first colour game on the system. Yay! So, naturally, they subsequently ported it to the Amiga and then stripped it back down to black and white like the original for everyone's favourite 8-bit handheld in this version of the game developed by Nova Logic. The goal of Crystal Quest is pretty straightforward. You fly your craft around the screen, collecting various crystals that unlock the goal at the bottom of the screen, all the while killing enemies that spawn from the gates on the left and right, collecting large crystals that give randomly generated point bonuses, and occasionally an extra bomb that clears the screen of all enemies with a click of the B button. Naturally, as the waves progress, the enemies get tougher, either in their aggressive attack patterns or simply in their bastardliness, such as these skulls who leave pit traps around the level, waiting for you to fly into. Each collision in this game is an instant kills, that even involves accidentally flying too close to the exit, but fortunately not into the sides of the level. To balance this out, the player generates an extra life for each 10,000 points scored, meaning that a careful balance between lives and bombs is key to beating this game's 99 waves. However, I must admit that I didn't get anywhere near wave 99, as this game, while fun to play, becomes increasingly difficult due to two things in its later stages. The first flaw is actually one of the game's defining features, its physics system. Your ship doesn't stop on a dime, meaning you can accidentally crash into enemies without meaning to. It also doesn't handle itself very well when you need to turn sharply to avoid an enemy trap or pitfall, which often causes a lot of frustration. And secondly, this game's weapon system involves you flying your ship towards danger, as the only way you can aim is to move, which is something I can imagine worked very well on a Mac game where a mouse movement could suffice to control and a click could shoot. If only the game could take advantage of a second stick like Geometry Wars or Mutant Storm, two games where a player flies around an enclosed area, shooting things, and can wipe the screen with a bomb when things get a little bit too hectic. Yep, that's right. These two massively popular games seem, at least on paper, to be inherently better versions of Crystal Quest, and in some way I'm sure inspired by it. Sure, the concept here has evolved a lot, but the basic mechanics are there and the improvement is tenfold. So, is there any reason to get Crystal Quest in wake of the twin stick shooters? Possibly not, if I'm being honest. The game will feel sluggish on a D-pad and shows its versatility when playing it on a GameCube controller with an analog stick, meaning chances are that Crystal Quest has had its day. But with a two-player mode in true old-school one-life-each fashion, as well as this ever-encouraging slide that ate up all the graphic design budget, making an appearance every 15 waves, there's still a little bit of fun to be had here. The music's not too bad, there's some charm in the game's aesthetics, and for a quick commute, it's not too bad at all. While I wouldn't recommend rushing out to buy it, be sure to give it a try if you get the means. And that's it for another Boyographic, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed. Hello to our new subscribers. You're very welcome. I hope you enjoy the channel, and I'll try continuing making things that you guys like. I'm very, very close to 100 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Once I get there, I will actually start doing a tour of my Game Boy collection and post up a video with all the cool stuff I have in my collection. And then maybe you guys can chip in and actually let me know which games you would really like to see that I currently have in my collection. I'm always adding new ones all the time, so if you guys do have any that you can recommend now, please leave them in the comments below. Fortunately, folks, we should be returning to our normal schedule as of this week, meaning that this Friday will be a Halloween episode of Boyographic, as well as some other bits and bobs coming up in the week. Hopefully some more All the Glories. I'm currently working on doing one of Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, which should hopefully be up not long after this video, so you can check that out by clicking the button there. Check out some more Boyographics and even some Boy Curiouses. There's some stuff lined up in the pipeline for that too. Until then, guys, find me on Twitter @GameBoyle, and until next time, Game Boys and Girls, game on.